Thank you, Jordi. Thank you for inviting me here to speak. And of course, thanks in particular to the whole USLG team and Emilia. I'm Gerald Leitner, Secretary General of the International Federation of Library Associations and Institutions, the global organization for all types of library in the world with members from 153 countries. Maybe, yes, if we could go to the first slide, Martha, please. Thank you. Our mission is to inspire, engage, enable, and connect the global library field in order to power literate, informed, and participatory society. And at the heart of our work are hundreds of thousands of public and community libraries globally, and for every 15,000 people for countries where we have theaters. And many of these are primarily founded and managed by you, by the cities and by the regional governments. And therefore, it's very important for us to get in connection with you and to discuss future plans. Libraries are cornerstones of local cultural infrastructures, guarantors of democratic access and participation. For example, in the United States, they are the single most popular cultural activity outside of home. They are also a gateway to education and lifelong learning. And of course, libraries are a place to build the knowledge, skills, and confidence to make the most of the world online and offline. An information infrastructure that supports innovation, research, and decision-making at all levels. A space to foster resilience and social cohesion. And of course, libraries are a development accelerator. This is what a properly supported library can bring to your communities. And with such a focus on spaces and people, the obligation on libraries to close as a result of COVID-19 has, of course, especially difficult for us. Maybe we have the next slide. But also I'm very happy to say that the virus has also stimulated resourcefulness. My organization, IFLA, has created a website, like you have a website, where you bring in examples together, where we're demonstrating examples from all over the world, how libraries tackle the challenges of the virus in these difficult times and doing all to bring new benefits to citizens. In general, I guess we can say, of course, there is a new demand for digital resources and that it has risen dramatically. Libraries, and this with local support, have increased spending on electronic resources in many countries of the world. For example, in Ireland or in my home city in Vienna, for example, I can say that now the city of Vienna is offering via libraries 70,000 ebooks freely to all citizens, not just to the members of the libraries. This means there's a new spirit to inspire via libraries the whole city here, for example. Online story times, where publishers have permitted this, have been a great success in so many parts of the world. And we see this on every continent. And there is a demand growing for other library services. I'm really excited what I see, what new things are coming up. For example, again in the US, in Florida, libraries have introduced drive-through options for receiving and returning claims for unemployment benefits. They are not allowed to open the library, but they have created a drive-through option to get these services. And library spaces and resources are being used from everything, from making personal protective equipment in many countries to hosting control centers for local and regional government responses. For example, in Alaska, librarians themselves are helping keep contact with the isolated or supporting contact tracing. You see, there are so many different services what we are trying to create. In this, the value of the library is a place that is trusted, familiar, and focused on democratic access to information and culture comes into this its own, even when the doors are closed. Maybe we can have the next slide.
Last minute, Secretary General.
So what next? Clearly, we will not be returning to normally immediately. Efforts to provide greater access to information and opportunity to participate in cultural life online will need to continue, especially for the most vulnerable. We will need to continue, and we're going to find innovative ways to offer traditional services digitally, to recreate online the uniqueness of libraries as places where social contact, knowledge, culture, and science can come together. Spaces where people can talk, think, and create, drawing on quality information and evidence, building more inclusive participatory features. Last slide. You, of course, as leaders of local and regional governments, have a crucial role to play here. Your libraries can be your strengths, delivering not just on cultural objectives, but also supporting learning, earning, and well-being. Working together, a transformation is possible, fully realizing the potential of your libraries as much in the digital as in the physical world. It depends on us, but it depends also on you how our future will be. Working together, I believe, we cannot just return to normal, but to better. And libraries are ready for it. With your support, we will do it. Thank you so much, Jordi.